All right, and coming up, of course, is fight number 2. This is from the blue corner. He hails from Auburn. Fights out of the School of the Human Weapon. Standing 168 centimeters tall and lightweight. 29 years of age, making his debut in the cage. Introducing Eddie Fernandez.
And he'll be coming up against Kirk Stanford. He's training out of the Central Coast at Central Coast MMA, trained by Ross Pearson. Standing at 172 centimeters tall in the lightweight division. He's 25 years of age and he'll be making his debut this evening.
Referee charging next to our ranks. 3 in the round is Reverend Mark Christie. Here we go.
Here we go, Eddie Fernandez versus Kirk Stanford.
Absolutely know nothing about these guys, Sonny. I got to tell you the truth. Eddie Fernandez, no idea. Kirk Stanford, no idea. Debut.
Here we go.
Lightweight action. Here we go. Round 1.
Oh! They have come out ready to throw. Eddie was throwing heavy, but Kirk immediately securing the takedown, getting underneath and posturing up, landing some little shots there. Eddie trying to work his way back to his feet, getting the underhook. But Kirk pressuring hard against the cage.
You know, Kirk Stanford is a Ross Pearson trained fighter. I mean, I didn't want us to tell him, but he goes by the mullet. But tonight he just wanted to be known as Kirk Stanford, showing all the skills.
That's good. Looking to get that trip against the cage there. He's certainly setting a good pace on this fight for now.
Eddie Fernandez in survival mode up against the cage there. A good right knee into the sternum from Stanford. Oh, he throws a right hand and clips him on the side of the head. Oh!
That was a big right hand straight into a takedown. It just pushed him up against the fence. Kirk's got that underhook and he's just working those little shots again. And maintaining good head position. And nice knees there. Oh, excellent arm roll there from Kirk. That was excellent work, but Eddie's managed to get up on top. Eddie now with the overhook and the collar tie, but Kirk's found himself back up against the fence, still attacking. So Kirk so far showing a great array of techniques.
Absolutely, and of course Eddie Fernandez, the School of Human Weapon, and Kirk Stanford from Central Coast MMA, both making their amateur debuts tonight and showing great promise and a beautiful right knee to the sternum and another.
Those are going to start adding up if
Absolutely.
If Eddie doesn't address them. I'm sure Eddie just hasn't been able to implement his game so far. Kirk has just been all over him.
Sonny, watching the up-and-coming amateurs as you've been in the game a while yourself, and of course you've seen them, what are their skill levels like? What do they show? Do they show much knowledge of...
It's constantly improving, James.
Okay.
Constantly improving, but always when it is these early days for these gentlemen, it is going to be who can come in here and implement their game as they wish. And part of that is going to be mental, and part of that, of course, is still the physical and training. But you know, once you get out here in the lights and the crowd, it can take an effect on how you actually plan to see the night play out.
After a momentary impasse, a couple of right hand, he throws a beautiful combination, and of course here goes Kirk Stanford taking him down, but Fernandez getting back on his feet, showing incredible defense in that with a nice little sneaky left.
Yeah. So Kirk has been looking to drop underneath those punches and been successful just holding Eddie against the edge of the fence, which the judges do generally score in favor of.
Oh yes, Eddie Fernandez, Kirk Stanford. This bout is scheduled for three rounds of action when the bell continues to ring. Service today. Yes, we can. Plumbing, electrical, heating and cooling. We thank all our sponsors. This is our second of our amateur bouts this evening. Superfight Champ comes back at you with round number 2. These debut combatants, Eddie Fernandez and Kirk Stanford, of course. In commentary, Sonny Brown give us a blow-by-blow and kick-by-blow action. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to watch and applaud. It's going crazy in here. Seconds down. Seconds out. Fight fans, ladies and gentlemen, Superfight 10, round 2.
So be interested to see how Eddie comes out here. Obviously, first round not to his liking, and Abel would no doubt have some good advice for him. And Kirk has looked like he's going to go back to more of the same. Eddie ready for that sprawl and able to create a little bit of distance, but has found himself back up against the cage where he spent most of that first round. Kirk now successful with that trip, putting Eddie down on one hand.
After a combination of double knees there, goes for the trip, succeeds. But hey, Fernandez gets back up on his feet.
Fernandez going to be going to need to turn his back, get Kirk's own back up against the cage in this round if he wants to start getting ahead on the judges' scorecards, or look to break off and make some distance and do some damage with the strikes out in the open, because at the moment he's spent most of his time with the back against the cage.
A couple of right body shots there from Fernandez, but one more knee. That right knee's been effective for Kirk Stanford. They've gone center ring now. He sprawls. He's got that right arm. It's been an absolute cat and mouse battle thus far. Who have you got it? I mean, I can't read this. And there goes both of them, throw both right knees into the sternum.
Yeah, Eddie finding a bit more success this round. He's definitely got, going for that arm roll again, Kirk, but missed it. And now this might be where Eddie can get some offense going if he can keep his distance, but finds himself back up against the cage. Smart moves by Kirk, really. It's, if he can keep it here, he can get ahead. Gets the takedown here.
Seems to me that Eddie Fernandez seems much more comfortable with standing up and keeping distance and throwing the hands. And Kirk just seems to want to take him down, but it seems that he's really accomplished at that. Yeah. His ground game looks pretty solid.
Yeah, got that grounding top pressure style that's really paying off for him, going for those consistent takedowns. Eddie now again got some distance in the clinch, maybe a chance. Oh, that was a nice shot. Nice shot there by Eddie.
Oh, there's a beautiful...
returns one with the zone. Oh, that was a big uppercut. A big uppercut. He's hurt. Kirk is hurt. Eddie's now putting it on.
Yeah, they're both on it. Here we go.
Nice recovery by Kirk, but I think he still could be rocked from that.
Beautiful short right hand there. Nearly gets through, but misses. I believe hits his arm.
Excellent work.
Throws a couple of body rips. No power. You see that completely.
Energy's been sapped, but that's definitely what Eddie's going to need to do more.
Oh, beautiful right hand. But it seemed like it transitioned from the right onto his knees and grabbed him around the waist.
Yeah, this is turning into a nice little technical battle here.
Yeah.
Eddie definitely has, when he's created that distance now, definitely did some damage, and that's what he's going to be looking
with 10 seconds remaining here, there's throwing those little right hands over. Isn't much one body shot there from Kirk. But Eddie's happy to stand up, and it goes to a third round.
Eddie will be much happier with that, getting that offense off. He's got a path to victory there if he can keep implementing that game plan. But Kirk, ever resilient, was injured, got back up, kept pressing against the fence, kept putting his game plan in action. He's tough, that's no doubt about that.
Those who watch via internet, this is welcome to Superfight 10. This is the second of our amateur bouts. Eddie Fernandez and Kirk Stanford, of course, with our professional commentary, and also with me is my wonderful buddy here, Sonny Brown, and we see a great amateur bout that's underway here. Eddie Fernandez and, of course, Kirk Stanford. We go to a third and final round in this one. It is Super 10. Amateur and professional action coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, round number 3. Fight fans, ladies and gentlemen, we go to a third and final round, and seconds down, seconds out. Somebody make some noise! Oh yeah, Sonny, the crowd is enthusiastic about seeing this go the third round. This is the deciding round here. The championship round, Eddie Fernandez and Kirk Stanford.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Eddie able to get some offense off in that last round, but Kirk still implementing his game plan very strong, immediately going for that takedown. And immediately getting Eddie's back up against the fence. I imagine that's what he's just going to look to hold him here this round and keep that pressure on nice and strong. Eddie turning him around though straight away, so this could be quite interesting.
It's been energy zapping from our position as I watch this. I see the energy that's been taken out of both of them, zapped out of them, so that he sits to lean, drive him into the cage to try and get a breather in and hopefully find some combinations to execute. Throws a knee.
Yeah. Kirk's just been relentless with his wrestling, relentless with his grinding style, and. Dropping now down again, looking for a double leg, just constantly seeking that takedown, but putting his weight on Eddie, making him carry him, grinding him down, tiring him out, getting that single leg, running the pipe off the fence. Excellent work by Kurt. Now climbing up his body, getting the body lock, and Eddie's sitting there with his back against the fence.
Could this be the moment that Kirk Stanford's been looking for?
I think it could be now. Late in this third round, Eddie's going to be getting tired, and it's going to take a lot more energy to be able to stand up and get back to his feet. Kirk
trying to get his back, trying to position himself.
Yeah, side back, getting those little shots in and making Eddie carry all his weight. This is going to be really difficult now for Eddie. Kirk just has to sit here, ride him, be heavy, and it's going to be sapping Eddie's energy the whole time. Kirk grabbing the inside wrist there with his left wrist. Eddie holding Kirk's right hand to try and stop those punches. Might be a little bit of a stalemate here for the guys, but nice.
Freeing his hand, freed his hand very expertly there. Now throwing that,
and getting those punches back in while he's got that inside wrist. This is hard. Kirk will have.
Somebody make
Eddie's going to have to move. Eddie looked at the ref to say it was okay, but. There's not much defense coming off from Eddie. Oh, no, as I say that, he's got back up. Very good work. Kirk was looking at the ref there, maybe to stop it, and it was probably getting really close. Referee Mark Christie was right on top of the action, though, made a good call. As Eddie's back up now, but Kirk's back against the fence.
Sonny, this has been a strategically defensive bout, I found, but there's a lot of the defense has been very strong for both Eddie and Kirk. No one really getting the true upper hand. But they wrestle each other to cross the cage.
Yeah, now Eddie landing a few good knees there as he pushed Kirk across the cage. And it's got to be tiring
10
for both of these
seconds.
guys here. Excellent fight. Kirk reversing it in the last 10 seconds. Oh, Kirk landing some big knees to finish off.
And the time.
And that's the fight. Excellent work there. Great to see both guys find their rhythm. But Kirk just had a lot of pressure there the entire fight. Very good performance. He's got to be very happy with that. Eddie was able to have his moments, but Kirk was pretty relentless the duration of the bout.
Next one to the round, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is presenting from Service Today. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and cooling for all your service today is Service Today. This side has gone the distance, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together, please, and show some love to where that fire is. Oh, come on! Yeah! We await the judge's decision.
And now to James White with the judge's decision.
Both making their debut this evening, Fernandez and Stanford, and I think they deserve. Come on, people, give them another round. That was great. Yeah. A lot of strategy, a lot of cat and mouse work, but hey, we get a decision now coming up. Got it. Okay. Find a center ring, please. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Our winner comes way off red corner. make it exciting for you. Kirk Stanford, but please give Eddie Fernandez, come on, give a round of applause, please. Come on, somebody. We'll see these guys again. Kirk Stanford. Girls.